Hey guys, hope you're all well. Yeah, I've had a bit of a break from filming in the shed. As you know, I went away for a few days as well. So I've been tinkering around, but I haven't really filmed any of it. Just to have a break really. But I think I'm all good getting there. So hopefully we can get back up to speed with the videos and the progress with all these bikes. So a big thank you to everybody who's come on board. I seem to have picked up a few subscribers recently, so massive thank you for you guys for coming on board. It all seems to have come from the Fred Dibner video, which has completely blown me away, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that response, but fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and I really appreciate it. Obviously it's all come from the man himself, Fred. That's why everyone's clicked on it to watch, but a few of you have subscribed, so yeah, I really appreciate that, and hopefully you'll stick around for a bit. We'll see. Obviously it is sort of mainly bikes, but I do go off and do other stupid things now and again. I have got some interesting places to visit in the pipeline, especially as winter's well and truly on its way, so I hope to get a few more little ride outs, just like days out and stuff. But I have got some interesting places I'm going to, so if you want to stick around and wait to see what that is, please feel free to do so. I've also got another couple of videos to put out of my road trip when I went up around the Lake District and back through the Peak District and everything. I've got a few more interesting places I did go and see, so I will do them in time. I'll stick a couple of them in between the bike videos. So yeah, really appreciate that, much appreciated. Anyway, although I haven't been filming in here because I just wanted a little break from it, as it is quite a lot of work doing all the filming, the editing and everything, I have been continuing with Dan's bike, and I've also been preparing some stuff for the GS, because that is going straight on the bench after this, so I'm ready to just get straight onto it when it is on the bench. Anyway, I've been feeding wires through the frame. As you can see, there's a few wires hanging around everywhere. I've still got quite a bit to do on that. The back light and the brake light wiring is all done, and it's in the frame. That's all set. I'm just on the ignition side of the wiring, which I'm going to continue with now. I'm just going to get the timing sorted on this so we can put the electronic ignition in, get it to where I know the bike will fire up, fingers crossed. And then we can fine tune that when the bike's running. So I'm just going to go through the process of that, I think, and see what time we've got to continue with the wiring. I'll probably just do a few little short videos to start with. We'll get back up to speed and then we'll just press on hopefully from there. Anyway, let's go through this timing and show you what I do to get it in the sort of the region of running. So what we've got first, as you can see, we've got the timing disc bolted on. Now I've got to do a little marker so we can get this set to where we need it. So simple way of doing that, I don't know if you can see that, I've got a bit of welding wire here that I've put a loop on the end. That is going to go over that stud there. So I've just spun one of the nuts off the engine because it needs a fixed point, and then bolt it back up so it's solid. If I can get my fat fingers in there. And then we'll manipulate the wire so it's hold on, get on, there we go. Yeah, we'll bend the wire so we've got a pointer on the top dead center. We'll double check the engine then, that we are on top dead. So I've already got the wires in place for this. I'll show you in a moment. I've done this bit. This is a very basic way of doing it. It's not exactly high tech, but it works, which is all that matters. So let's have a closer look. So as you can see, it's on this stud there, coming up across, and then we'll bend it down. So I've got a pointer exactly in line with top dead center on the timing disc here. Let's snip that off. Less chance of it wobbling all over the place. Can get the camera angle looking right, but that is bang on. As you can see the wire coming down. So what we've got to make sure now is we've got the piston at top dead center, and then we can go from there. I have got a top dead center tool, but I seem to have put that in a very, very safe place. Somewhere up on a shelf or under something or in a box, and I cannot find it. So we'll take the next route with a very high-tech method of a paintbrush with some markings on. So you probably see I've got 3 marks on there because I've been messing about with it. So the middle one is top dead center. I've just done these to rock the engine up and down with a piston 5mm each way, and got the center, so I know it's definitely top dead center to set that to. Set it at 32 degrees before top dead center, which I've got it marked here. You see I've marked that, but you can also see I've drilled holes in this timing disc, and I've put the marker pen through there and marked them positions of the top and 32 degrees before. And what I'll probably do is go over them with a tiny bit of white paint and write on them what they are, and that'll allow me to put the strobe on it if need be. So what we've also got to do is put the center in there. Let me show you what kit I've got. There's a Wassel one. I think these are much tidier than the Boyer kit. They just seem much better made, and they're smaller. Apart from these horrible connectors, which I don't use, I can't stand them things. It's a pretty damn good kit. The only thing it didn't come with was the correct bolt with the correct thread, so I've sorted my own out. So we'll put this in loose first, because we're going to need to move that. Because obviously you tighten that up and it just locks up on the taper. So we just want to get that so we can still rotate it. There we go. So this has got marks on. Let me get another one out of the box so I can show you. So there we go. So anyone who's seen the Boyer ones will now see what I mean. How much nicer that unit is. So we've got 2 marks on here with a C and an A. One's if your timing runs clockwise and the other is anti-clockwise. So whichever way your bike runs, you've got to set it up to them marks. The control unit for it all is half the size of a Boya one. There's absolutely nothing up with Boya ones. I've used them quite a few times. They work fine. But these, if you're trying to hide stuff, obviously the smaller things are, the easier it is to hide things. So yeah, there we go. Right, need to double check with all on top dead centre still. It's very easy to knock something without realising. Yeah, that's all fine with my super high tech painting stick. Now we need to be 32 degrees before top dead centre. So I'll just rotate the back wheel. I'll go past it and then come back up. Tiny bit more. It probably doesn't look right with the angle the camera's on it, but obviously I'm looking at it straight on. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. You can't see, but I've got blue down here because he wants to attack this torchlight. Yeah, oh, that's good to me. Sorted. Right, all that can come off now. Let's just drop a plug back in the hole so nothing goes down there. Be so careful with these as well. So easy to strip the threads on these. They ain't worth going mad. Just a nip up. There we are. I've got a silly dog down here that wants to play chasing torches. Behind you. You daft dog. Right, that's all that marked up. Get me grubby prints off it with me cheapo furniture polish. Hey, this is good stuff. I use this on everything. Contains no silicone and no water. Yeah, it's only cheap stuff. I think it's from the band stretcher shop, but just for shining everything back up, it's brilliant. Right then, I think I'm going to get the primary case back on just for now. Keep all the dust out of there because I have spread a load of oil all around the clutch, so any dust in here is just going to stick to everything. So yeah, I'm going to put the case back on and then take a look at the rest of it. Right, we've got all that back on now. What I'm going to do is start feeding the wires through the frame. So just do it one at a time. So I've got the white one here, which I'm going to use to pull them all through. So you see I've got a big long length. and basically just tape each one to that. Then grab it down here. Pull it through. I can do it without getting it trapped. There we go. Right, that's through. Take it out of the tape. Pull it through the rest of the way. Send the white wire back. So we can get that off. Then put the next one on. There we go. Pull the white one back through. That's ready for the next. There's the electronic ignition unit. You see I've got it on that little bracket. That will sit in there like so, and that'll bolt up with the tank. So I'm going to plug that one in. That's the plug that goes down to there. So which way around it goes? That way. So that's that one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a temporary bolt in there, because obviously it'll be all held on when the tank goes on. So you can do the rest of it. That's it. And the other plug, if I can find that, where have I put that? Ah, there it is. Right, so this one, I'm just going to plug it in for now and then get an idea how long we want the wires. Is that way? Yeah. Right. White is actually earth, so that'll go to somewhere on the frame. I'll crimp a loop to that, an eyelet. And red goes to positive on the coil, black to negative on the coil, and then there's another link off the red that will go down to the ignition. So obviously these, well, they can all be fairly short really. The less wires we got trailing everywhere, the better. I'm probably best to bring these out the top there. Also, I will unplug all this to put the eyelets on. So if I just bring that over the top of there, nice and neat, then loop straight up to the coil with that one, straight up to the coil with that one, and then we can go to an earth with that one. You could probably just go to one of these with an eyelet. We've got plenty of room under the tank to do that, so I think I'll do it that way. That'll keep it really short. So I can literally cut them two wires there and cut that one about there. Let's bend that so it gives me an idea where to cut it. could even put that up underneath, drop the coil off and put it up underneath. I know you can't see it, but it's nice, you know, if there's any maintenance done on the bike and anyone takes the tank, well, anyone, Dan, takes the tank off, all the wiring looks nice and neat and not a great big nasty bird nest. So yeah, if I cut them, let's just give them a tiny bit of, yeah, cut them two there, get some eyelets on them. I'll say there'll be another red spur coming off that one and going down the frame to the ignition key. And the white one, yeah, it'll be alright to there. That keeps it all nice and short then, and everything literally hidden under the tank. So let's get these looped up. I'll unplug that again, make it easier to do, and then we can plug it back on. I think I said earlier how much I sort of dislike these nasty ones, like with the hard plastic on. But you can use them, you can make them better by removing that terrible plastic, because they really don't crimp nice with that on, and I think they look a mess. I just get that plastic warm and pull it off. Yeah, when you get the crimping tool on, it just looks so messy. Right. Oh, I think that might be too big. Yeah, them ones are too big. Right, get rid of them bits. Drop one of them on first. And that's proper got it. That's not going anywhere. Then put that on. There we go. And that's better than them nasty things that never look any good when you've crimped them. I've had many a bike where you dive into the harness and it's just full of repairs with them on it. It just looks nasty. Let's get that over. Make them the same length. going. You know you want to. Yes. Nice and neat. Right, let's get these connected up. Right, on some of these coils, they are marked 1 and 15 for some bizarre reason. What was up with plus and minus, negative, or whatever you want to call it, I do not know. Apparently it's a German thing. So the 15 is the plus. So I'll get that on first. If my big fat fingers can do this with the tiniest washers in the world without dropping anything. Yes, that's one. Wow, I've done that without dropping anything. It's a miracle. Right, I'll just get the red fed down the frame now. Should do it. There we go, sorted, and that'll go into the ignition. Right, that's all that side of it done. Got the earth clamped up there. I've left all this loose for now till I've got everything routed how I want it, then we'll make up sure all this is tidy. Obviously that is my pull through wires. There's still quite a few wires to go through there for the headlight and the ammeter and stuff like that. So again, these wires ready to go, all the ignition side of it. I know exactly what they are, but I'll still stick some labels on them just for when the rest of the wires come through so we don't get mixed up. There's the wires coming through the bottom of this frame for the rear lights. They'll drop straight into dummy oil tank, so you won't even see the pass there. I think it's gap's about 10 mil or something like that, so you won't even see it's underneath. I say we've got this all sorted. I'm just going to put some little ties around these ones just to keep it tidy and in place. Yeah, that's a good chunk of it done actually. Ooh, I think that'll do me for today. That's quite a bit done actually. I've got all the ignition side of it all ready, obviously. I'll say I'm leaving everything loose till it's all finalised and I've got everything running where I want it and everything neat, nice and neat. Blue's waiting for his chew, go on. So yeah, I know it's not that exciting wiring, is it really? I don't know how you make wiring interesting to watch, but a few people asked to see some parts of it, so yeah, I'm sharing a bit. I will share a bit more. Oh, hello Boda, hold on, I've got to get this little fella a treat now. Come on. Yeah, come on. Go on, off you go then. Go on, go out there and eat it. You're noisy. No, he's going to try and eat it here. There's no more yet. go on, go on. Where was I? Yeah, I will share a little bit more, but I'm not gonna like cover every single strand of wire going through. I think that'll send me to sleep. But when that's done, literally is tank on and then start it up with everything crossed that it's all going to go smoothly and to plan and just fire up and behave itself. Let's hope that happens, because I've built a few of these, as some of you know, and I have had a couple that have been a proper pain. But you iron all the problems out eventually and get them running and get them sorted. But I'm looking forward to getting this on the floor, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into the GS. Like I say, I've been organising bits to get stuck into that as soon as it's on the bench. My hands are empty, Blue. I've got nothing left. You'll have to wait till later. He's a greedy pig. You're disturbing me. I keep losing where I am. I've also got a few more videos to do of my recent road trip. I've visited a couple of interesting places, so I'll get them sorted and throw a couple of them in. And I've also got a couple of interesting places that I plan to visit probably at the weekend, actually, or the end of this week. One of them, I'm just trying to get a couple of more little trips in, even like just day trips before the winter really sets in. And then with my old bones, it gets a bit uncomfortable to ride in the cold, but I shall keep doing a bit till it starts snowing and stuff, or whatever it's going to do this winter. Anyway, let's leave it at that. Thank you all for watching, guys. Take care.